and welcome to Small Business Big Online Blueprint lesson number 8. This is all about your business newsletter. We're going to talk about exactly what a newsletter is when it comes to your online presence, because you're not going to be sending out newsletters in the old-fashioned way where you have to fold them up, pop them in an envelope, a stamp, and then mail them. This costs a fortune. What you're doing is you'll be sending out newsletters automatically, blasting them out to your list that you'll be building. Also, why you should do it, why you should have these newsletters happening in your business, the do's and don'ts when creating a newsletter and what you're putting in it. And I'll be sharing some really great newsletter ideas. In fact, I have a template that you can download and have a look at so you can get started on your own newsletter. So your newsletter, what is an email newsletter? Well, it's a very powerful marketing and communication tool. And if you remember in the previous lesson that I talked about an autoresponder platform, this is where you create your email newsletter from. So Aweber, which is your autoresponder platform, Aweber is where you go into and you can start to create a newsletter. You can brand it to your business, and it's got some great templates and some tips to help you get started with it. So go check out Aweber. There's a free 30-day trial, so you can get in there, have a look around, try out and create some newsletters and get started with it. So these newsletters that you create, it really does build those touch points that we need to create in your business and for your business. It can create lots of them. So your newsletter is just one touch point in itself, but within your newsletter you can create even more touch points. So within your newsletter you can have a link back to your website. That's another touch point. In your newsletter you can have a link back to your blog post. There's another touch point. Or you can have a link to a video, a short video that you've created about your products or your services. Another touch point. So you can see how a newsletter is very valuable to you and your business to help you get the word out there, grow your business online and create all those touch points. So your newsletter really must provide great value if you want to have success with it. Great value is offering really interesting, relevant and up-to-date information when it comes to your business and your industry. So make sure you make it worthwhile for your readers to want to open up your newsletter each time that you send it. Some do's and don'ts. So I've mentioned it before, make sure you get their permission. Without their permission, you are spamming them. So you need to get their permission. Having an opt-in form where your ideal customers actually opt in with their name and email, that gives you permission to be able to send them regular emails or newsletters. One thing you don't want to do is promote all the time. Don't always push the sale. Don't sell, sell, sell. A great way to look at it is do the 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time you're offering great, free, valuable, useful information. And then the other 20% of the time you're letting them know about your products or your services that you have going, the sales or promotions. Do focus on useful content and building a relationship first though. So your goal here is with your newsletter is to build that know, like and trust. Get them to know you, get them to realize that you're here for them and that you're here to share some great tips and advice. So work on planning out your newsletter. Don't go off topic, as I said. Make sure you keep up with industry standards and make sure you make the information useful and relevant. Now freebies, when it comes to freebies and newsletters, freebies lead to sales. So this is where I want you to think about what is that great useful free information that you can pop in your newsletter that your ideal customers will love and they can't wait to open your next newsletter because of it. So freebies really does build relationships, grows that know, like and trust, and it can lead to sales because what a freebie can do is they get to trial it. They get to have a sample of your product or your service. So make sure in your newsletters that you do offer some sort of a freebie. It can be a free sample, it can be a free trial, or it can be a free digital product. So have a good think about what you're going to be offering within your newsletters. Okay, the newsletter structure. Here's a bit of a guide on how to lay out your newsletter. First up, you want to have a table of contents. This sort of lays out of what to expect within your newsletter. Make sure you have some calls to action. So if you have got a sale or promotion on, have a link to it. Let them know that this is the link and tell them this is what they need to click to get to that sale or promotion you've got happening. Or maybe it's a link to your latest blog post or a link to a video. So links are great and they can really help to get the word out there about what's going on in your business. You can pop in any announcements about your business. So like I said, maybe you've got a new staff member, or maybe you've had an office revamp. So tell people about it. Maybe you've just won an industry award. So add this into your newsletter. Let people know what's going on in your business. So share some great tips and advice. So really build that know, like and trust. Add that value to your newsletter. Share some news stories. This could be just about your industry. Add some images. Images are a great way to break up your newsletter and make it more interesting. You can add a reader's question. So it could be a popular, frequently asked questions that you answer. And share some stories about yourself. Maybe you've just completed a course and improved your skills, whatever it is. Just share something about yourself. Share a bit of the behind the scenes when it comes to your business. People love this. A couple of tips. Make sure that important content is at the top of your newsletter. Really grab their interest right from the start. And avoid long paragraphs. Keep them short and simple, and this will help break up the newsletter and make it easier to read. Okay, so your task for this lesson is to download the newsletter planner worksheet. This will help you work out exactly what you're going to be putting in your newsletter each time you send it out. You also work out how often you'll be sending your newsletter. For me, my sweet spot seems to be every fortnight. I send out a newsletter every fortnight to my list, and yeah, it seems to be working really well. But you may think that once a week, being more regular, works for your business, or you may leave it for once a month or even once a quarter. This is something you have to work out and think about how often you'll be sending out a newsletter to your list. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. For all of you who are support kit participants, if you have any questions or you need help with this lesson, please let me know. You can send me an email or go and check in with the private Facebook group and see if I can help you with some support and guidance there. If you haven't got that extra help and support yet, there is a link to it below, so you can get some really great help and support from me via email. You can get access to the private Facebook group that's full of small business owners who are going through this whole same process as you. We're all in there to help support and guide each other as best that we can. And as well as the above, with the support kit, you'll get a 1 hour session with me either by phone or Skype. And at the end of this program, you'll send me your completed blueprint. So that's all the tasks. And I'll go through all of your blueprint and share with you some great tips and make sure it's all ready and set for you to create your business and set your business up online. So that's it for me. In the next lesson, we're going to be talking about your business blog, setting up your business blog. In particular, we're going to talk about the topics that you should talk about or create for your blog posts and how you can go about doing that to get you started. Okay, as always, I wish you huge business success. I'll see you in the next lesson.